This is Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump. The IT and the D show is your hookup. Holler if you hear me. Cool.
Welcome back. Thank you once again for hanging out with us. This is the one and only IT in the D show. I'm your host, Bob Waltenspiel, hanging out with producer, co-host extraordinaire, Randy Walker. Guest this week, if you're on LinkedIn, she's famous. She's like on everything. It's my entire feed is this human being. Jackie Lutz is in the house. She is the content director of the Auto Care Association of Michigan and the host of 4 podcasts now?
I manage 4. I host 1.
Carpool Conversations is yours.
Yes.
And not the main one? I thought the main one.
Auto Care On Air is the main podcast, and Carpool Conversations is one of those.
Awesome.
I host,
I can't. You were on in 2024 talking about right to repair, and I kind of want to dive in where as things are progressing. Wanted to kind of get an update from you, and as your shows are growing, I wanted to hear more. So we're so happy you can come in person. But you can find us online at itandthed.com. Do us a favor. Give us a like on the socials. Subscribe to us everywhere. Fine podcasts are sold.
We just had our meetup last week.
I missed that one too.
Yeah, I was telling everybody that you bailed on me.
You know what? When you have kids and they say we're going to Cedar Point, you go.
Yeah. It was an excused absence, but you're running out of excused absences.
I am. At least I was honest about it.
Do you ride the rides?
Or
do you hold the purses and stuff?
We'll get into that. No, I held hold on. We'll get into it. All right. Go.
But our next meetup is Wednesday, September 2nd at Holmes Brewery in Ann Arbor. And then on the Detroit side, we are at September 17th at Bar Louie in downtown Royal Oak.
I will be there.
You promise?
Unless I'm in Chicago for the International Manufacturing Technology.
Ooh, I might not be there. I might be traveling to Cleveland for a concert.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
We'll get
we have regulars who
ghost ride it.
Yeah.
So I retired from roller coasters a long time ago. I never liked them. I was always afraid of heights. And so I carried the purses and the bags. Mm-hmm. And so now even like my youngest, I used to push her stroller. She's old enough. She's 12 now. So she goes on the rides. And I said, as the day went on, by the way,
30 dots are $20 now.
There's a poster. I'm walking by and I see a poster and it says bucket of fries, $29.99.
Holy cow.
And I'm like, is that a Home Depot bucket of French fries?
No,
it's a cup.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, because in the beginning, my wife slams a Monster and doesn't eat breakfast and goes on a roller coaster and wonders why she doesn't feel good. So I went, Auntie Anne's is right there. And so I buy 3 pretzels and a couple waters or whatever. And
$500 later.
No, I said, yeah, these are like $8.50. And she thought for all 3. And I go, no, each. She goes, for a damn pretzel. So that was my weekend. But I got a little nostalgic. I remember going on the Magnum when it first came out when I was like 16 in like 89. And I go, I'm not going to go on anything, but I will go on the Magnum before we leave. So I go on the Magnum. All of us get on the first 2 cars. There's 5 of us in the fam. And I had a legit panic attack. I couldn't breathe. And when I got off the ride, I'm gasping for air. I thought they were going to have to call like 911.
I love that you felt safer on one of the oldest roller coasters.
That thing is brutal.
I hate roller coasters, but the first roller coaster my friends took me on in 9th grade when we went to Cedar Point was Blue Streak, which was an old wooden roller coaster.
That's like,
but that was the first one.
It's like
ever.
the Junior Gemini. That one
I hate.
You don't realize how jerky those wooden roller coasters were.
But they got rid of all the water rides were not working.
Oh yeah.
All the water rides are fun.
And you got to settle a debate for me. Was there a boat ride that you go to like Tom Sawyer's Island? And like there was all like the skeletons playing banjo and like
I don't think that was
Cedar
Point. I don't think that was Cedar Point.
Is that Disney?
It sounds like a Epcot or Universal.
I was arguing about it the whole time.
Well, you might have known.
With the tickets now you get drink pass, which is like we always said no because I'm not going to walk around with this big jug of cola. It feels awkward. But like you can get like a paper cup. Mm-hmm. But like a little small paper cup was $5.49 if you're going to buy it individually. And I'm like, oh my God. And I drink water all day. So I'm like 16. Anyway, bring your wallet if you ever go.
That's what Cedar Point is. You have to wonder what Disney World is. I haven't been to Disney World for 20 years.
It was
expensive then.
We took all 3 daughters when they turned 5. That was like, I don't know why, it's some weird thing in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a good age.
We flew on points. We stayed at a Marriott on points and like brought my parents who was like, no, I'll buy the tickets. So like it wasn't as and we don't like power eat, you know what I mean? Like one meal, like around $2,
Yeah.
you know? So, I mean, to me, it didn't feel expensive. Now looking at it going, yeah, I see people complaining online. It cost me $12,000 for the family. What'd you do? We're not doing the princess breakfast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, anyway, how are you?
Good.
Going on a Cedar Point rant. It's good to have you in person finally. I know we had the virtual the first time, and I got introduced to you again from LinkedIn. You know, you have a really good content you put out, and I still follow you. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I didn't.
I did.
But
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Your stuff's good.
Thank you.
But the whole right to repair thing, and I got intrigued because we had talked a while ago, I think on this show, about John Deere and about how like it's getting to like the car stuff. And like if you look at it now, like you need to be almost like a software engineer to work on a car. The old wrench days are done.
Right.
But I mean, so I guess talk to me about like origin story. Like how did like this thing come about, and like this whole right to repair, and like lobbying the state and trying to like, you know, again, I haven't bought a new car, and my car's 10 years old. So like I've yet to like see what the new ones are like. I know my daughter just got one, but anyway, like how did you get involved and like kind of become like a passion project for you?
Yeah, well, it's, you know, I've been with the Auto Care Association for 2.5 years, but I've worked in the automotive aftermarket for closer to 13 years or something like that.
Okay.
And so this is something that's been ingrained into me for the past 13 years. It's been a conversation, and even longer than that. I couldn't even tell you how long the Auto Care Association has been fighting for the right to repair. It's been coming down the road for a long time. The scary part was going to be once, you know, the average age of a vehicle right now is 12 years. And when that 12-year-old car becomes unrepairable, that's not great for the automotive aftermarket.
Wait, hold on. Average age, like life from soup to from cradle to grave.
Right. And it's getting longer because, you know, as the economy, you know, as people stop buying new cars because, you know, they're so expensive and unreachable for most families, they're keeping their vehicles longer and spending more money on repair.
So I got to go
which
on
is
a little,
great for us.
I got to go on a side rant real quick. You can't tell who's got an old car anymore because like they don't change. I remember like in the 90s when I just got my first car, like the 2000s, like if it was a 4-year-old car, you knew that thing was old.
Yeah.
And now if you look at it going like a Honda Accord, like what year is that? And
Good point. The style, like the style doesn't change too much on the outside.
It hasn't changed in a long time. But so like I have a 10-year-old Volkswagen. If I told you it was a 4-year-old car, you'd probably be like, oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
Just
it's kind of the same because I have a 2017 Explorer that I'm trying to ride until it dies.
As you should.
And my neighbors have like a 2020 something one, and they look exactly the same. The inside's different. The screen, they have the screens and all the computers and things like that.
Yeah. But like the whole right to, when did that like start? Where like people couldn't. It's not that they necessarily can't work on their own cars.
So it's just a lot of parts are becoming smart parts, right? So when you used to be able to like easily change your own brake pads or something like that, now there's sensors on everything. So in order for you to properly change a brake pad and get the light off of your dashboard, you have to do something on a computer and have a little plug-in doohickey and all these kinds of things in order to do that. And the problem with right to repair is that a lot of the like the vehicle manufacturers are taking a lot of data from your vehicle. It's a computer on wheels. So it's constantly sending data back to the vehicle manufacturer, and not just repair data, like how much you weigh, what time of day do you pass by Starbucks,
how hard do you brake,
all of this kind of information. How
it's
hard
not
you brake,
becoming
all
like
these things.
TVs, because when that story came out, like Vizios are $400, the TVs got cheaper. It's not because the TV cost of manufacturing; it's because the data that they're selling.
They sell
so now, see, I never heard. Have you heard of autos doing this? Because I have not. Like the consumer data, like
some of it, but not.
It's scary the things that it knows about you. It knows, like when I saw the story come out about that, it knows how much you weigh. I was like, oh, why does it even need that information, right? Like,
is that why I hear
so
get out when I sit down? Sorry, trying to think of a one-liner like a Rodney.
No, but it also holds repair data, and that's the whole fight for the right to repair. Is like the automotive aftermarket. We don't care about how much you weigh. We don't care what time you're driving by Starbucks. We don't want any of that kind of data. We just want to be able to repair the vehicle. So we need to be able to download those trouble codes. There used to be an OBD port in the older vehicles where you could plug in
Those are
and you would
gone?
have a computer. In the newer vehicles, those are gone. It's all being transferred over air. So that's what the whole fight is we're like, we need access to that data. You have to open that up so that Joe's garage can also repair this vehicle. And
I didn't
you're not
know
forcing
OBD
everybody
ports
to-
went away.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They've been gone
So what is
before.
Joe's Auto on the corner? What do they do if you have like a newer car? They just can't do it?
Yeah, they actually, unfortunately, sometimes it costs them a lot of money because they take in the car, they try to do the repair, they find out they don't have the data. They end up having to pay a dealer to come fix it, and they pay that out of their pocket to bring it back. Or, sometimes they can actually buy the data. But again, that's expensive, right? Like that makes things really hard and difficult for the independent aftermarket, which is, a humongous business. It brings in so much money for the country. So like trillions of dollars of an industry. So, blocking that out and potentially putting that all out of business in the coming years because they don't have access to this data is a huge thing.
You know better than I do, or maybe you don't know. I'm just kind of curious, like, not where did this start, but like when you think about like everything becoming software driven. I remember the first time one of the big three said, "Oh, we're a software company." I'm like, you can say you're a mobility company. You are not a software company. You're not a tech company. Is this whole thing just to grab data to market?
I think that's a
consumers?
big part of their revenue now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's become a new revenue stream. Absolutely. Think of your phone, right? Like same thing. Like this is a software company now.
Yeah.
And, they used to have flip phones and you could take them to a store and get them fixed if you wanted. And I know. And there's a reason for that. People are getting freaked out.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Have you went to buy appliances lately?
No.
Dumb appliances are making a comeback and they're more expensive.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
I should just keep mine.
Like a washer. Yeah. Cause you were like,
I don't have any smart
Grandpa's
appliances.
fridge is still running.
Yeah.
Right?
Ours is still running. Yeah.
I forget, was it Westinghouse? We talked about this recently.
Yeah.
No, not Westinghouse. There was a brand. It was like, just dumb.
Is it because the
this,
repairs have become so expensive?
Washing machines, Speed Queen washing machines.
Is it Speed Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right. Well, if you think about it, I just spent 20 years in a house. I think we replaced the appliances. We replaced the washer dryer probably 4 times. Replaced a fridge, stove is working. But like the washer dryer, almost every time it was the electric board. We had to have it replaced in the fridge. Instead of replacing the whole thing, we just replaced the electric board. It was like $400. And we're like, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you beep because they changed the filter, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like, but that was the whole point of it.
It's funny. The retro's coming back because people don't want, it almost feels like we went through this time where all of this electronic, the smart appliances, all this stuff was coming at us and we're like, this is really cool. And it was kind of like they were telling us what we want. And we're like, yeah, we want it. And now we've lived with it and we're like, we don't want it.
Jackie,
or don't need it.
I bought a sous vide stick that has an app. And I was just like, why do I have this? And I've used it like once since I bought it. You see a couple YouTube videos and you're like, ooh, I want to make the, pork pot roast or whatever, with this. And it's such a dumb, anyway. I've never, ruin food. Do you ever use one? Do you know what it is? You basically put something in a sealed bag. You put it in a tub of water and it puts a stick in it. It heats it. It holds to temp.
So
and then you can't overcook it. So then you take it out and you sear it and eat it, but it's cooked perfectly.
Okay.
But
that
like,
doesn't sound so bad.
But it's like an 8-hour process. It's worse than crock pot.
Okay.
So it's like, just put it in the damn crock pot. You can't overcook it in crock pots either.
I mean, you can get crock pots with apps too, if that's what you're into.
I'm not.
I hate having an app for everything. I hate having 30 apps on my phone.
Yeah, I like devices that use like a common standard where they can all use the same app, like my
connect it all
smart light
together.
bulbs and your thermostat and everything can use the same. But when you got an app for the lights upstairs and an app for the lights in the den, and
Still different things lately.
yes,
I have an app for Ticketmaster. The Ticketmaster pushes me to 313 Presents. Then I have to open the app for 313 Presents. Then I have like 6 emails because they've sent it to corporate. They've said I've used it personal, and I'm like, what email is this under?
Ticket Web and AXS and like
they
all reroute
But
through
the
like Ticketmaster on the back end.
The Pistons have their
sometimes,
own.
and
The Wings have their own. The Lions
they're
have their own. The
all
Tigers have their own. The MLB
common back end.
Yeah.
It's just
Now I got to go to the Lions game in Germany, so now I have to have a German app now for those tickets. I swear to God, sometimes. I digress. Where the hell were we anyway?
OBD ports.
OBD ports. We were software repair shops.
Yeah,
Right
that's
to
right.
repair.
Did we cover it? Do you have any more questions on right to repair?
No, I want you to enlighten me. No, because like this is such a, I don't want to say it's a weird world, but like you I think you hit the nail on the head where you're saying all these, the livelihood of all these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like not everyone wants to take their car to the dealer.
That's the point. We're fighting for the driver. When you buy a vehicle, you should own that vehicle. You should be able to say, I want my neighbor to be able to fix this vehicle. I don't want to have to, like, I live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
I don't want to drive to a dealership every time I need an oil change because, we don't have, they can't make a simple repair anymore.
But it's $4,000 at the dealer.
Yes, and
granted,
it's more
they know
expensive.
what they're doing.
30% more expensive
Sometimes.
at a dealer.
It's 300% more expensive. There's no way it's only 30. Because I've gotten quotes and then I take it to my boy Al on the car.
What kind of deal is Al giving you though?
He's just, he charges me whatever.
Yeah.
One of my, can I tell this story, Randy? One of my favorite stories of all time. I have a 76 Cadillac.
Like I have editorial control.
Yeah, you totally do. You're going to yell at me afterwards.
I'm going to
get
clip the whole
chastised.
story and post.
You totally are. I have a 76 Cadillac and I went through a knee problems where I didn't drive the car for 5 years. Got my knee replaced. I'm walking now. It's fine. I take it into Al's and, Aldine, it's on Auburn Hills around the corner, a couple old guys, and they work on old cars. That's a hard thing. They like the Cadillac dealer won't change the oil in my Cadillac and 76 Cadillac. They won't touch it.
Okay.
They don't have the old stuff. So I have to find like a place it. Anyway, he says, you need to come in and see this. So here I am thinking this thing, it hasn't driven in 5 years. Like, yeah, it's trash. I gotta throw it away.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah. And he's like, this thing's wrong. He's listening to all this stuff. And he's like, you ready for this? I go, yeah, lay it on me. He's like, it's going to be about $1,200 to fix it. And I was like, yeah, you can start on it whenever you want. Like, and I'm just, I told all my, I was expecting like because I've went to dealers enough. And like, I go, oh my God, are people yelling at you for the so like we need to save these places. Like literally, because like not even just like the bell tires, because if you think about it, how many places can work on your car now? Like the oil change place on the corner works on my
right. And not to be sentimental or too emotional, but like it's kind of one of the American pastimes, right? Like, people aren't as passionate about the cars coming out today as they were about. Not
even close.
Yeah. And it's like, are we really going to risk losing all that,
Yeah, they're made of different parts or it's harder to work on or yeah.
And I can't see us ever going back to, how they used to be made. They're just getting more and more complicated. They're getting fewer and fewer just mechanical dumb parts on vehicles these days. It's not going the other direction.
Or like they can save 3 cents by making you building it so that you have to take out your seat to change your light bulb or something.
They make it so difficult. Yeah.
My Cadillac has 5 ashtrays and lighters. It's the best part of the car and an 8-track player. I know, right?
So do you have like it hooked to a Walkman or something like that?
8-track only.
Remember like the tape?
The
aux port.
Yeah.
No, it's 8-track only. And I remember when I bought it, I put out like a thing on Facebook going, if anyone's you got it, and I got like 2 crates.
Oh, nice.
And I like took out all the Johnny Cash and like I just have, there's only like 6 Johnny Cash 8-tracks and it's all that gets played.
Oh, that's
great. Before I bought my first new car in 2016, I had the cassette adapter and I had a mount for my phone and I had little Bluetooth remote controls mounted on my steering wheel so I could control my phone through my stereo system. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we go on this rant, like my buddy will send me things all the time with the new speakers. I thought I was going to get into be an electrician because I used to be able to strip wires with my teeth, rewire the dashboard.
Yeah.
But I had like 3 1,000 watt Kenwoods and like 2 Serwin Vegas on the side and then like 2 MTX. So I had like a minivan and it was like outfitted with like, you could hear me a mile away.
Nice.
I was that guy. It was an awful time to be alive. I wonder why I can hear. I'm shocked I can hear it right now. Let me ask you this. Like, you guys are fighting, lobbying, trying to get this thing to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be like brash, but do the car manufacturers even give a shit anymore? Or are they just doing what they do?
They hate it. Yeah. It's getting a lot of traction on the Hill. This is the first time we have a bill in the Senate and in the House.
Wow.
It's the furthest we've ever been.
What is it?
What?
The bill.
It's called the Repair Act.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't know what that meant. Yeah. But it's getting a lot of traction and it's a bipartisan bill So every time like a Democrat signs up, we have a Republican sign up too, and they kind of marry and get in there together. So it's a bipartisan bill. It's getting a lot of traction, and OEV manufacturers do not like it at all, and they're doing everything they can to block it.
Their incentives being they want to control the data, they want to control the cradle, they want to control the cradle to grave
and subscriptions.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, subscriptions is bullshit. I'm going to call that out right now.
So
if I want a heated seat and I got to pay $20 a month, eat shit.
Yeah.
Like a big bucket of it.
Especially since the hardware is already there. It's just software blocked.
Right.
But subscriptions like start your car from, 3 blocks away. That makes sense for a subscription because it's got to go over the cell network and whatever. Now, it was the old school fobs where you just point it out the window and start it.
Yeah.
You don't need a subscription for that because that's just shortwave wireless. But the cellular ones where you can start it from your phone or whatever, I can see a subscription for that.
But
I don't know why it's $20.
But if you look at right now, I know they tried to do their own. They went through these battles of infotainment.
Oh yeah, the app stores and stuff.
Right.
On there,
they tried to do their own, and then they gave into Apple and Android. And like all you need to do is be a conduit to put my phone on your screen.
Yeah.
Like your own. I know. Sorry, I'm going off this side.
No, that's why I'll never buy a Rivian because they say they're not going to support Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, and you don't like the apps that they have available. Then then you're back to using your phone while you're driving down the freeway at 70 miles an hour.
More crap I need to learn.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah.
And then you got to remember, do I have that music downloaded on my phone or is it downloaded in the car? Or, the map app that they provide isn't going to have your saved locations that your phone has. And you got to deal with FITE and everything. So, yeah.
My Spotify playlist. Yeah.
Your car is not, nobody's car is the center of their life in 2026. Their phone is the center of their life.
Yeah,
they don't.
People that don't even want or need a car. They don't even have a desire to have one.
Or if you're renting cars a lot, you don't want to learn 18 different car interfaces when you're jumping from car to car. You just want to plug your phone in and get the same experience in every car.
Here's the problem. If people are paying for the subscription, they're going to keep doing it. Like it's
only shocking when you start, I guess, and then it becomes a part of your
and then you're
bills.
used to it. I mean, you go through the progression of television. I'm old enough to remember life before cable. And then there became cable, and we're like, cool, no commercials. And then, then there was a lot of cable. And then, you look at what I pay today.
Yeah, it's probably like I remember our cable bill was like $80 a month, and it felt really expensive. But Netflix was only like $17 a month or something like that.
There was a time where my Comcast was over $300 because I had. Well, that was also a time where I had 5 set-top boxes.
Okay, yeah.
Right now, I don't have to have any set-top boxes in the house. So I mean. That's what we did when we moved houses. I canceled everything except for I didn't even have regular TV, and I wanted to see what we could live without. And then now I have everything again. Yeah. Well, because there's that one movie, and that was the thing too is everything used to be on one thing, and now like there's a one movie, but like if you want to rent now, it's $20. Like I might as well just get the subscription. It's like one movie every 3 months, it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, now when we're back to, pay for streaming so there's no commercials, and now Amazon Prime again is back to, you have to pay extra for no commercials.
Which I'm not doing. I refuse. There's a mutiny in the house right now. Like get used to living in the 80s.
Yeah. Go to the bathroom. Go grab a snack.
Yeah.
But like as this thing is progressing, I guess the fight it lies with us.
Yeah. It's really the call to action is for people to send letters to your legislators and let them know that it's important to you as a driver to be able to choose where you take your vehicle to get fixed, and you want to be able to make do maintenance yourself in some cases. And we make it very easy. If you go to repairact.com, it's an automated letter. You literally just put in your name, your like city. I don't even know if it's your full address, like your city, and it'll be like, okay, these are your legislators. Here's the letter. You can make edits to it if you want. Otherwise, you can just send. And makes it very easy.
So I just drove in my first Waymo.
Okay.
It's totally not going to be a Detroit thing, but it was.
You don't think so?
No, it doesn't. It's the way Detroit's laid out in the suburbs and everything. It's when I was in San Francisco, it was perfect. Chicago,
I did
perfect.
it in Phoenix.
Bigger cities, perfect. Right. I think the way Detroit's this was built to drive a car. Because
it's not as much of a grid or something?
Spread out.
The
way just spread out.
Okay.
I know there's one driving around downtown, and just in the 7-2, there might be 2.
Yeah.
There's not going to be 300-400 like I saw in San Francisco.
Okay. Yeah.
But and then the 2-seater driverless is coming out now, where you can get like a $200. It starts at $200 a month, just like Amazon Prime was, oh, it's going to be $30 and now it's $200.
Yeah. Well, remember when you could buy Amazon Prime for the year and it was like $100 or so for the year?
That's how they get you in.
Yeah.
But like the new, that's the new, we're going to $250 subscription and you get to, my mom actually called me about that. Should I get it? I'm like, mine, you hate your smartphone as it is. Like if you go to Aldi, you got to call it again to go home. They're like, oh no, I'm not doing that. But some people, here's the thing. Some people do. Like if you live in a certain part where you don't, so it's almost we're in this weird what's the word I'm looking for?
Epidemic?
No.
Sounded like you were going
epicenter?
Like in the middle. We're in a crossroads over. Yeah. We're in this weird time. I'm not an English major. He's the English one.
No.
We're in this weird time where there's like right to repair, right to own. And then there's other people going, I don't want a damn car. I just want this is a utility for me. Right. Where we're like, it's going to this point. You're like, do I want an EV? No, I want gas. But like, it's almost to the point where it's not just a car anymore. It's becoming this. And then some people do Uber all the time.
I wish I didn't have to own a car, but living here, it's kind of important still. Yeah.
But like, again, it's on the city, but like, does that affect, I guess, what you're doing? Cause like, it's such a range now of where people, the car lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? Like Detroit's different. We all have, there's always the third car in the garage with the cover on it. Everyone's got a hot rod. Everyone knows someone that's got, not every city's like that.
Yeah.
It's very much a culture thing here, but like in other cities, you know what I mean? Like, do people actually care about this in Chicago or San Francisco?
I think it's less and less, to be honest with you. And I really think it feels a little bit like we're half pregnant too with like EV in that whole world. Cause it's like, you kind of have to be all in and get the infrastructure together if we're going to make this work. And like, you kind of need to decide if like you're all in or not. Like if you want to, like, China, they're all in. They've created this infrastructure and it's working over there, and they have EVs and they work, and good for them, I guess. But like here, you can't be half pregnant with it. And I think that decision or wherever that ends up leading is going to be a lot of the answer or the answers to the questions we're asking.
We've been talking about this since autonomous came out originally. That's always been a hot topic of the show. And if you think about it, you get rid of gas tax, you get rid of insurance is pretty much non-existent because if car accidents go away because of autonomous, for the cars talk to each other. We're not seeing nearly the car wrecks.
I just think with autonomous, you're not going to own it. It's going to be a lease situation.
Right.
No one's going to want to own.
But then who owns the legal? There's a lot of...
Exactly. There's all kinds of things. Yeah. Where's the insurance? What's in the insurance situation and all of these things? Yeah, absolutely. But, those are expensive in their own ways. Making those batteries is costing entire countries their, way of life.
Right.
The mining that's going on and everything like that.
I don't want to get down that road because I'll get angry. But like we had this conversation last week and I go, what's going to happen in 15 years? Like those batteries when they get replaced, and they're $30,000 to replace them,
and they need to be disposed of.
Right.
Where is that going to happen? Yeah. Right now, have you heard of like if one of those electric cars starts on fire, do you know how you have to put it out?
I don't even
You have to submerge it.
Glycol. Oh.
You have to somehow get a crane and a big tank of water and put it in the tank of water.
Oh my God.
That's the only way to get rid of that fire.
Maybe that's what SpaceX is doing, Randy. They're sending batteries up to the moon and letting them go.
Well, like, what if it's in your garage burning?
Yeah. I mean, you see all the time with like even like cell phone external battery packs and things that are like a car battery is thousands of times stronger than that.
That's a thing when I just flew that I don't remember them ever asking me. Lithium batteries. Like, what do you have on you? Right?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What do I have on me?
Yeah. Because you can only have a certain size portable battery. You can't put them in the cargo area.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bring up 15 years. I mean, we're already seeing like drones that can carry people. I think 15 years. I think 15 years. I don't know. Maybe we're not talking about cars, to be honest with you.
We had this is almost 10 years ago at the Royal Oak Studio. We had a guy that was flying cars and they were running out of Oakland Air. And we thought we were like all excited about it. And it's been quiet.
Well, I want to get real weird.
Yeah.
I feel like in this world of AI and where all that's going as well with, you get these like GPTs and they get to know you and everything. And eventually it's like my ChatGPT knows so much about me, right? Eventually you're going to be able to put that in a little card and put it in a robot. And now I got a little friend that knows so much about me, who doesn't talk back to me, tells me what I want to hear, gives me wise advice, is always
Your hair
there
looks
for
great
me.
today, Jackie.
Yes, thank you. Or if it doesn't, and I know it's true and I don't even get offended, it's just like a nice, so like, 15 years, maybe people don't leave the house. Maybe your social life
And then we
is with robots.
end up like Wall-E.
Yeah.
People floating around on the chairs.
You have robots to
Surrogate.
go
Have
do
you ever
your
seen that
grocery
movie?
I
shopping?
don't think I've seen Surrogate.
You
You
have
ever-
robots raising your
yeah.
kids?
You ever see the movie Surrogate?
No.
It was Bruce Willis, Brad Pitt, I believe. But basically, you basically sat home and you were Homer Simpson in the moo-moo. Remember when he put on like 200 pounds and he had to wear a moo-moo because he was just sitting at home eating all the time? You never watched
I
that?
never watched this.
Randy knows what I'm talking about. Basically, imagine Homer, but like 200-300 pounds more. And you're just sitting in a chair with a VR goggles and your robot looks like Brad Pitt and he's out in the world doing the things. And, you're just, I don't think we're not, I don't see that ever happening for at least, maybe I'm wrong. People are going to do, I know yeah.
15 years? Think about 15 years ago.
Right. Boston Scientific robots. I mean,
And the technology curve just gets more and more steep, right? So everything that happened in this past 15 years, it's going to be twice as quick in the next 15 years. So where are we going to be?
we're on the hockey stick. The scariest thing was we had a dinner once with a bunch of auto execs, and all anyone wanted to talk about was lights out manufacturing with humanoids. We're like, are we there already? And I know BMW is doing it. I know Toyota's doing it. There's a few other ones that are doing it. But like, see, to me, that's scary.
It is
100%
scary.
lights out, nothing but humanoids running a plant operation. We're not that far away from that.
We just talked about this on my podcast, and we were just talking about AI in the workplace and kind of talking about all the use cases for it and all these things. And I asked them, I'm like, give your best guess when it's commonplace, because it's already kind of happening now, but it's like not commonplace. When it is commonplace to have a robot in the office as a colleague, how far out do you think we are?
One, maybe?
One
Like
year?
one colleague, but like
one
having, like I'm thinking like Data from Star Trek, like one unique
droid.
individual.
Like a Star
So
Wars
I'll be
R2D2 running
dead
around.
That's
honest.
too many. That's
This
too many.
This is creepy, but I think it would be awesome. Like a receptionist walks in and says, "Hello, Miss Lutz. You have an appointment with Joe Tierney today at 2:00. The room is to the right. Coffee is to the left. Is there anything I can help you with?" You know what I mean? Like that's the way I always talk about that with like call centers. I want when I call in, like we have your number. What's your PIN code or what's your 2-factor, and then they know everything about me. Like just expedite the whole process. If that robot is there to not necessarily handle mundane tasks, that's the whole point of it.
Do we need a robot for that though? Can't we just do that with a screen already?
I don't maybe.
Like arrows pointing that way to coffee, that way to the conference room.
It's a personalization thing. I know we built a for the company that makes appliances in Battle Creek or named Shmuel rhymes with. That never caught on. It was a AI face that's you talk to, and it knew everything about the plant. So if you had questions as you were walking around, like, hey, can you tell me more about this product? And it was programmed only to talk about these certain things. I did get it to sing Smash Mouth, so I didn't program it good enough. It was totally going to murder me. I know.
Wow.
So I was like in charge of it. We had like a demo day or something, and I was
Which song? They had like
All Star.
All Star.
two.
It's gotta be All-Star.
The
Yeah.
obvious one.
The awful one.
There is
They're all
another
awful.
Smash Mouth song.
And it did a very monotone. Somebody once told me the world. It didn't sing it. It just spoke it. The AI thing is interesting. Again, like I don't know if I wanted to know that much about me. And at least I'm trying to take it back to the car thing. My vehicle. I know like how much I weigh. Like make a comment like, "Oh, so you lost 2 pounds since last Tuesday. Congratulate or well done, Bob." And I'm like, no, like I don't.
Your
type of
car
thing.
connects to your phone. It knows everything
I know. That
there is to know
sucks.
about you.
That
Absolutely.
sucks.
And then they're selling that data. And your phone is also selling that data.
And we're
so
talking-
like it's just out there.
And we're talking to Claude like it's our therapist.
Yes,
so it knows
absolutely.
more about
Like, I mean, I get fun prompts sometimes that I try on my ChatGPT, and I'm just like, with what you know about me, what do you think I should do with my life? And it'll go through this whole thing of like, well, you're very this and that, and you have kids and this, and it'll just tell me these things. I'm like, imagine that being in a robot with hands and legs and a head.
There's a prompt I saw on LinkedIn that I sent out to my team, and basically it was, I have a meeting with Bob Waltenspiel. Warn me. What would you warn me about him? I
did that one, yeah.
And I was like, what it knew about me.
Creepy?
Yeah.
Creepy.
Well, it was just like.
What was the warning?
Mine
was like, she's probably going to make you public speak or be on a podcast or do something you're afraid of or something like that.
It said like it, because it was basically, it goes off teams, right? So the thing I basically was, hang on, I'm actually going to look it up right now because I think it was funny. I am having what was the prompt meeting with me? It said something about he's going to talk about Detroit a lot. He's going to make a crack, and it said, don't mistake his naivety for not knowing. He's already scanned the room, knows who the players are. He's done background checks on everybody.
Did you do background check on me?
No. You put out your shit out on
That's true.
LinkedIn. I was like, I don't need to with you. No, I usually this podcast, I purposefully don't look up anything on anyone.
Okay.
I want you to I don't want to walk in saying, I know about this thing you did in 1997. Can you elaborate on it? No, I want you to tell me stuff that's going on. Oh, see, I'd have to do it. I did it in Claude. I had to do it in Teams at work. Yeah, Claude.
Wrong AI.
Yeah, I know, right? Because Teams or my Copilot is attached to my work, so it
There's
knows.
1,000 apps for everything.
Yeah, I know, right? Claude's good
Full
for
circle.
that thing. That's another thing where everything's for something app wise. Like do I really have to have 17 AI apps?
Yeah.
I know.
Well, even Microsoft has at least 2. They've got oh shit, what is it? Copilot 365, and then they've got Copilot Chat, which are
Their
both
new one
Copilot, but
their new one is now it
depends on how much you pay.
It has auto. I have like 6-7 different platforms on mine. I can make it Opus, Perplexity. So I think they took a shift. Someone made a mention that they want to host everything also and have their own. So which is fine. Again, as much as thing is getting simple, it's getting complex.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like the infotainment thing. I think brought a new element to the driving experience.
It's simple for us, but I feel like the scary part and why everybody's so intimidated by it is you're giving up control over it. Like you can no longer fix it. You don't know how it works. You can't keep it from knowing things about you. It's just it feels like it's out of your control. And I feel like that's where the anxiety comes from when it comes to all this AI.
I just had this weird flash forward where it's the world's going to be like Mad Max.
It is.
And you're rolling in with
Data
a
centers?
68.
Yes.
And you're rolling in with a 68 Camaro, and they're like, the last of the V8s.
Yeah.
I do a horrible Australian accent, but
that was an Australian accent.
I can't. I'm horrible at accents, except for German. I could do 14 different ones.
Gee, I wonder why.
I know, because I sprechen Sie a little German. But if that's going to be
Mm-hmm.
the gold.
Yeah. And when I hear about these data centers and what they're doing to those environments, I'm like, does no one watch the movies? Why are we sprinting towards this world? iRobot. Has no one seen it?
Uh-huh.
They turn against us. What are we doing? It's hard to not see.
We talk. Yeah, that's been a very common theme with this. When we first started talking about AI, was it 2.5 years ago now? I think
Probably around there.
First thing I bring up is all the movies, and then
That have been around for 20 years,
that
right?
have been the prophecies, the Terminators, the Skynets, the Matrixes,
I almost wish Back to the Future was correct versus the way we're going now,
What was 2025?
Back to the Future?
I only saw the first one. I thought the second,
think-
third ones were awful. Was there a fourth one?
No.
The Wild
all
West.
of
Not
them
yet.
were great.
That was the third one. Oh, that was a good one.
I liked it.
I think the third one was the best one.
Oh,
Well, the second best one.
And I think, wasn't it
You're a
It was
2013?
1, 3, 2, I think.
You're a glue
Don't they
sniffer.
go to 2013
2015, I think.
to 15?
Yeah.
I remember being at work on that day that they went back to or whatever, and everybody was talking.
There's a big
about
thing on social media, like everybody's posting pictures of the flux capacitor
Like
with the date dialed in for today, and
we're supposed to have those cool
flying cars
hoverboards
and
by now, and
pizza capsules and.
But if you think about it, Jetsons nailed it.
yeah. Well, what year was that?
Jetsons was like in the 60s.
I know, but what year ahead were they?
Oh. When was the Jetsons set? I don't know.
They were living in space, and I know
Well, above the clouds.
Yeah, people are trying
flying
to.
cars.
Yeah.
Right, but the FaceTime, like it was basically FaceTime and then Rosie.
Oh yeah,
Rosie, the robot maid.
Yep.
Jetsons is set in the year 2062.
Oh,
100 years after it first aired, 1962. So we could still get there. Yeah. I hope we don't have to live above the clouds because we've killed everything below them.
Data centers.
Yeah.
Did you see? Hold on, I'm gonna stick up. I'm starting to be in the middle now because I was all. Why are you bitching? Because I grew up in a data center, and I know there's like already like 50
in one, working in one, but not living next to
I
one.
did not live in one. I actually had a friend that his office was in one. We listening to fans all day.
Oh,
He loved it. He loved it. But if you look at like water, like I know that's the big thing in the environment. Look at almond. Like just go look at almond and golf courses.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 30-40x to 1 versus data center water consumption. And again, I'm praying the day comes where I know NVIDIA is talking about it, the heatless chip, where it's not necessary we can get back to like not having water cooled, because that was my time. They were never water cooled, right? It was fan cooled, hot and cold aisles.
There also wasn't as much data.
Well, now it's not even. Yeah, the storage is easy.
Somebody's got to make all those gross food flyers now, though.
The what?
Have you not seen the restaurants like posting this AI food that like the burrito's cut in half and it's like trypophobia nightmare? It's like a bunch of holes or.
No.
Oh God, it's awful. You've never seen an AI restaurant flyer yet?
No.
Oh God, I'll show you some.
I don't spend too much time. My daughter's kind of in my head with the art stuff and the poster stuff. I don't make. You'll never see an IT and the D flyer done in AI.
Good.
It's just
Yeah.
I want to look something up.
I know like what they look like, and I gloss over to see.
Yeah, they all have the same font, but like the food is just awful. I'm trying to find something, but here, let me see.
I wanted to find an actual number, but I saw an article one time. Do you ever say thank you to ChatGPT or to Claude after it gives you something?
I'm not polite to my.
You're not polite.
Overload. No,
you better
I know
be
people
when it
that
turns against you.
No,
you're
it's already going to murder me. I'm already on a list. I'm on this.
But it actually costs money.
Look at that.
What?
Look at that.
Oh, that's awful.
Who would ever eat at a restaurant that shows that as a picture of their food?
Dublin doner kebab.
Not great.
That looks like a sponge.
How about some shrimp rings?
Gross.
Yeah. So it says every extra word requires data centers to use more electricity and cooling water to process the input and generate a reply. So their companies are asking people to stop polite habits when it comes to ChatGPT, because it's actually costing more money to say please and thank you. And it just makes me think too, it's like, well, what's that going to happen to the human environment when you get out of the habit of making a request and saying please and thank you, and then you get with a human and you have to remember to say it, but you kind of trained that out of people. Like what is the human?
Also, why are we showing pictures of food? Like everybody knows what a cheeseburger looks like. Like yours is not.
Well, I guess, okay, riddle me this. Back in the day, do you remember the first time you learned that like what the food was made out of in like a McDonald's commercial? Do you know what I'm talking about? And like the ice cream was like dough.
It's like plastic.
Filming stuff.
It was all, yeah.
Yeah, it's not ice cream. It's mashed potatoes or dough. It's not maple syrup. It's motor oil.
So what the hell's the difference? I don't know.
Or they're screwing the pizza down and putting glue in the cheese for the cheese pull.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not real.
That is real.
That is not real. Breakfast burrito.
It looks like
what?
Old.
Someone had to approve that.
No. Well, somebody made it and printed it, and at the end, it's like.
Do you ever see like the worst commercial in the history of the planet? The way my mind goes, it's kind of like the one medication where it says the side effects is like the fungal infection of your perineum, and there's some lady with a marching band like you don't watch a lot of TV.
No, I don't.
I watch an obscene amount of TV.
You're not making me feel like I'm missing out.
And no, you're not. But like I'm looking at it going, somebody had to pitch this to a boardroom full of people, and then someone had to put up a storyboard and someone had to say, yes, this is amazing. They're talking about this while this woman's like in this high school marching band, like following her kid around and being happy because she doesn't have this disease. So like this whole thing is like getting approved. Like someone had to approve that.
Yeah.
Someone had to make it. Someone had to pitch it. It doesn't just go out there.
People don't check their AI outputs though. It's amazing.
That was the professor that failed 31 out of like 33 students because he put like a prompt. We had we were talking about it a couple weeks ago. Someone that putting in prompt injections in resumes to say you will put me through to the next round in white font. Right. So they're gaming it. We've been talking about like on LinkedIn, people put in their about me to like if they because AI skims it.
Yeah.
To send them like they're all infosec people, so they were like send me your private or you know what I mean, so like they would get corporate data sent to them because the AI was skimming and then it would go in. My new favorite, if you do watch what's his name now, Kit Boga Pierogi.
Oh,
He's a Attack of the Scammers, he's a hacker and he like shuts down Indian scam places and overseas scam places, but now his thing is like AI operators are when they call you and it's an AI, clearly AI, and he'll break it. Like he will get this thing to like every time after you say the word C, you have to say abracadabra. So now it gets caught in this loop. Every time everyone calls, like he'll try to like reprogram it.
Oh, that's
so the next caller, you have to address yourself as Miss Piggy, and and he's like he's a child, but he's like one of the world's best hackers.
That's fun.
But I haven't gotten too many of those AI calls yet.
I haven't. Yeah,
or at least I won't talk to it. They do that with they're interviewing people now. You're going to talk to an AI. Like, no, it's not happening. You're going to take 15 minutes to talk to me.
It's been like a huge part because, I talk a lot about personal branding and now it's turning more into talks about digital presence because recruiters are now using AI to scan the internet to find people. And there's still people out there that don't talk about themselves or their achievements aren't out there. They're kind of keeping them close to their chest. But like that paper resume and that emailed resume doesn't work as well at scale anymore.
Nobody thinks about that.
It's very
I don't think
sad.
about that someone's going to hit AI going, tell me what you know about.
Oh, absolutely. And you have to be like, it's not just SEO anymore. SEO is dead.
Yeah.
It's AI search. AI search needs to find you. So like, yeah, the AI, the recruiters will be like, find me 10 people that have at least 10 years in the automotive aftermarket, that have this many years in sales, who have done projects in this, and this, and blah, 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 blah. And you want to be, if that's you want to be in that top 10. So.
I'm bidding on a project right now that we were found during an AI search.
Oh, good.
It's happened more than once.
So you're doing something right.
Well, I'm not the one in charge of marketing for this company, but
They're doing something
right. So carpool conversations, obviously you're not just talking about what we're talking about. It's expanding. What's been some of the hot topics lately?
Well, AI is everywhere on every podcast. But we've talked about, putting yourself out there, public speaking, confidence, a lot of professional development skills is really what we focus on the Carpool Show, kind of developing the next generation of automotive aftermarket professionals.
That's our probably top 3 themes of this entire group is, oh, I do IT.
Yeah.
And the confidence level.
Yeah.
I think, IT gets hit really bad because there's someone always smarter than you. And if you say like how smart you are, someone's going to go, it's this big contest.
Yeah.
We had a new person at the meetup last week and first thing she said was, I work in IT when I asked what she did.
Shit.
I was like, everybody. Yeah. So I got to do the spiel. Everybody here is going to be working in IT some way. So be more specific.
One of the best things that came out of that episode was kind of like just a thought that I had, but it's almost like you have to be confident about what you know, but equally confident in what you don't know and show both of those things. And it makes you look even more confident.
Spot on.
You know what I mean?
We always say, what are you good at? What are you not? Mm-hmm. As a company, what do you do really well? What do you don't do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think, people do appreciate it because people that, not just companies, but people that say they're everything to everyone, because everyone wants to cast that wide net. So you don't want to exclude, but the same token, especially as a sales guy, as a profession, I want you to tell me no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it makes you look more confident, I think, when you can confidently say,
walk away and not
I'm
cry.
not good at IT.
Right.
That's me, by the way. Like,
Right.
Not one of my strong points,
Fair.
but I think that that's good because I have a lot of other strengths that I'm very, very confident in. So
I told somebody it was an age old thing. I've been in IT. I've been in tech my whole career, my whole life, actually, since I've been 13. And to like my firefighter friends, I'm like Steve Wozniak from Invented Apple. To my techie friends that are like immersed in it, I'm like Patrick from SpongeBob, just drooling idiot. And I go, it's just this weird world I live in, you know, and I don't hide behind it.
yeah.
So like I play not that I play the dumb sales guy, but like I know there's people out there that, you know, I'm not a programmer, I'm not this, but I'm good at that. And I can, you know, with me it turned into, you know, I can take your tech problems and turning into a business outcome, whether you want to save money or make money. That was what I'm good at. So like that's the, you know what I mean? Finding like 2-3 things that you know.
Yep, absolutely. That's perfect. I think I kind of play the dummy a lot just because of the nature of hosting a show. You want the guest to be the hero, right?
100%.
So you're just asking a bunch of questions you might already know the answer to.
100%. No, it's not even that. Like it's someone else's perspective on how they look at things.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Yeah, that's a great
You
way
could
to look at it.
you could take my car outside and you get 20 different opinions and none of them are, you know, wrong. There's someone, Sherry, photographer Sherry, wrote a really cool piece. She's a caseworker, and she said it could be this and it could be that, and it's always and it's both. It's always both.
Yeah.
But like you think you're right and you think you're right, and you're both right.
Yep.
And no one wants to ever concede. And I think that's one of the
That was the whole plot of the new Spider-Man movies. Am I Spider-Man or am I Peter Parker? I'm both.
Spoilers, Randy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh my God. Yes. That gives so much away.
That was
They had a long time to see that movie,
I
right?
did not
A couple
expect
weeks?
2, 3 weeks.
3. I've seen it twice already. I did not expect that answer from him, by the way.
Yeah.
It got all.
Speaking of spoilers, Snape kills Dumbledore.
What?
I haven't
It's Harry
seen that
Potter
either.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I've never seen one.
I watched them once.
By the way, Lanterns is fantastic.
Is it? I gave up on DC a while ago.
No.
You're more of a Marvel?
Run.
Yeah. Definitely a Marvel person. Thunderbolts was amazing.
Thunderbolts was good.
Spider-Man was amazing.
Spider-Man was amazing.
Even Brave New World was better than like the best DC stuff.
DVS was trash.
Yeah. Justice League was awful.
Super
Both
Pets
versions.
is very good. Have you
Is
guys
it?
seen
No.
Super Pets?
You got kids.
Yes, but it's very good.
Lanterns is
it?
it's
I've seen a few
fantastically
things about
it's
it.
fantastically written. It's dark. It's really good.
I did hear there was some Full Frontal in it, so I might.
Is there?
I don't know.
Oh. Randy.
Man or a woman?
Randy wouldn't care if it was a woman. I was gonna say what's next. What what you guys are working on, what you guys are doing. Like, are you like obviously the podcast is there to bring, you know, eyeballs to the cause.
Yeah.
Is that really the end game?
I mean,
Not the end game, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean the podcast had a lot of goals. A big one for us is, you know, being the Auto Care Association, we kind of want to be kind of like the NRA, right? Like even if you don't own a gun, you know what the NRA is,
Yeah.
right? Where it's like we want to be the same way. Even if you don't own a car, we want you to know about the Auto Care Association because we can answer a lot of questions for you. We're advocating for you. So a lot of it was branding, and it was a way for us to reach a wider audience than our member companies, right? So we've definitely done that, specifically with YouTube being such a good platform for that. We've had a lot of discoverability. And so like that goal, we feel like we've checked off, but we can definitely get bigger at. Now we're trying to, you know, help it pay for itself, you know, get sponsors, kind of become like a little business.
Sure.
Which has been fun. We're starting to
Get people angry. I think that's what you got to do.
Yeah, we're trying to like rock the boat a little in some ways, I think, you know, but not even rock the boat. That's not the right words, but just have conversations that aren't happening everywhere and trying to get unique about it.
Because you brought up data centers earlier, but like all of a sudden everyone's angry and people that like shouldn't be angry about it, like just like people. You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
even angry about it.
No, but there's a lot of. Like,
I'm uncertain about it. I want to
if
be
you go out
certain.
with a sign and protest, you're angry about it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that's
sure.
Like, it's a thing. But like I almost feel like everyone's just kind of blasé about the car thing. I think they.
I I think you hit a good point earlier, though. I don't know if it's a passion thing for like the new generations coming up.
No.
I don't think they feel the same way about cars as, my dad's generation did, or a lot of people in my
Changing
generation
oil with
do.
your dad was like a rite of passage.
I remember doing it.
Yeah.
He wanted
The
me to learn how
ramps.
to change a tire. And
Sure.
He wanted, and like, it like makes us sad and gets us heated. But I don't know that it's a passion thing for, people in their 20s and 30s coming up. I don't know.
They made it too easy for us not to tinker. I'm a check writer. I'm not a tinkerer. I've never been. And my philosophy always was like, there's someone that is immersed in that world that is way better than I'll ever be. And it's going to cost a couple bucks more, but it's going to be done right by someone who knows what they're doing. And so I've never done the handyman thing. And I think in the 80s, if you weren't a handyman, it was different than today. Like it's pretty common.
Yeah. Because you'd have to be like a software engineer, like you said.
Yeah.
And that's a different skill set.
100%. But like you look at change, like I wouldn't know how to change my oil in my car, and I would mess something up right over.
I also don't want to either. I think I liked that stuff when I was younger, but now I don't want to crawl under a car. And
I want to know. So like that's a big thing when you talked about AI before. One of the use cases we have is like there's a person that's 60 years old that works at that factory down the block, and he hears that machine. And it goes, instead of going, I'm not going to do it. It makes a little noise and he knows right away there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
I think like that is like my daughter's car, something happened. And I'm like, it's either that or that. So you can walk into and the dealer doesn't want us to hear, like, I know what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
But just to know that I'm not bracing for an engine replacement. It
puts a lot of faith in, dealerships to 100%. Be able to be like, I can't take this to my neighbor. I have to take it to a dealership. I don't have a choice. And that's the part that we're fighting for, is we want people to have that choice.
Sure.
We think if you own the car, you should own the data. And that should be the same with a phone and that for a tractor or anything. If you own it, you should own the data that it's. And if like personally, my car, I don't care if they're selling the data. I don't care. It's happening with my phone anyway. Like, I don't really care.
The TV too, and it's listening.
Yeah. And I do want to be able to take it to my neighbor to get it fixed. That's the part I care about.
I think the thing is, if people knew how far, like everyone knows that TV's listening, and they know that basically if the government wanted to listen to your living room TV, you can, even if it's off. Like, is that happening in our car?
It is.
Like, if there's voice control, it most certainly is.
It's listening.
And what are they doing with it? Right?
They're selling it.
Yeah, because like if you want to go on a vacation to Tahiti, now you're going to go on Instagram when you're driving home.
We are all
and you're going to get the ad for the vacation to Tahiti.
We are just demographics.
Right, Tahiti is a beautiful place.
It's going to be on our phones. And that's, I think, once it's used, there's always those scare tactics. I joke with Randy all the time when they talk about the 15-minute cities. I go, yeah, when you post a bad thing on Twitter and then it can shut off your electric car so you can't leave. I go, then everyone's going to get angry. But I go, and he yells at me because it's not going to happen, Bob. You're stupid.
That's not what a 15-minute city is.
We'll talk over a beer. But it hasn't pissed anyone off yet.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it did.
You know what I mean?
And I wish I had be able to cite it, but there was an article that somebody was in a hurry to get somebody somewhere. It was like some kind of emergency. So he got in his truck and went to start it, but the truck like read his eyeballs or whatever and was like, you are showing signs of stress or something like that. Like you shouldn't be driving. So it wouldn't turn on.
Oh my.
And I think that's going to be the first story we see of many.
Well, they're going to get it in with impaired.
Yeah. There was the line was, and people can look it up. It was something like, can your car tell you no?
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I haven't gone down this rabbit hole yet.
It's a rabbit hole.
Like I said, I think there'd be a lot of people that would cheer if they did it for impairment.
Yeah.
Drunk, high.
What does that mean to a robot? Like you got to be real, like not a robot, but like a sensor. You got to be real specific. Like
I know, like the looking down even like my wife's car. If you don't have two hands on the steering wheel,
the attention awareness.
Yeah. Or looking down. Make sure so now it's going to read eyeballs, right? If you're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think once it gets,
I feel like if it's that
too
smart,
intrusive,
they should just be automated.
But then it gets
then
to
you drive
stuff even like
right.
Could it get to like emotional state? Like you're too angry. I don't think you should drive right now. Or
it's kind of what this article felt like. It was like he wasn't impaired, but he was like stressed out and it was an emergency of some kind, and it was like, no.
What would you even just imagining a guy like all fired up, like big eyes? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's going to trigger it. Right. So that when it gets to that, I think you'll see backlash. Right now, today, you can't work on your car and I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just wonder how much it'll matter, the backlash. We don't have a choice at the end of the day.
We don't. If you look at what was there 6 car manufacturers now? I mean, there's a couple more, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. And there's government incentives and things to, for certain technologies and things. And other countries are beyond us in a lot of ways, technology wise.
Yeah.
We don't want to fall behind, but at the same time, this isn't necessarily what everyone wants. But you just said flip phones are coming back.
They are.
Maybe a muscle car will come back, the old way.
Could you go back to a flip phone? I was debating when I saw that.
Probably not.
I think if you got rid of like really, what do I look on my phone? I look on.
As long as it has a good camera, I think I could do it.
Oh, yeah. But I look at 2
Maps.
social media. I look at Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, email, maps. Yeah, because that's the thing with a flip phone. What happens with maps? That's that's lifeblood.
Maps is huge.
Cedar Point, the walk the park little map thing, knew where I was. Chewed my battery like it was nobody's business. But that was
My step counter.
I think they lie.
Like that.
I think they lie. My whole family had like 18,000, and it showed 25,000 for me.
Do you take little steps?
But they were in the line and I was just like hanging out.
Okay.
So I don't know if I just use Google, but like everyone's phones was in like my wife's purse when they would go on the ride. So like did not count theirs because they were
that's true.
all in, and I was carrying it. So
I don't know. There's email, there's my calendar, my entire scheduler. There's a lot on your
25,396 steps, and it shows every
today.
No, that was at Cedar Point last Friday.
And
then Sunday was my no day to 2,700 steps because I didn't do anything.
Back before smartphones, I used to use the tools to like put my calendar and contacts, sync those with my computer and stuff. So I think social media is a big one, like a web browser, maps, navigation, and
bar arguments. How many hits did Joe DiMaggio have in 1956?
Yeah, you couldn't just look up stuff randomly.
No.
Ooh, Google. Yeah, that's a big
The
one.
various chat apps, social media that I.
Okay, is it a flip phone that has no internet? So it's basically a non-internet phone, or just the style is a flip phone?
But if it has a browser on like a modern browser, then you have access to everything anyway.
They make these
Well,
as a
BlackBerry's
flip
supposed
phone
to be
style now.
Yeah.
BlackBerry's supposed to be making a comeback.
Oh, I had one of those. I'm not a fan.
I loved my BlackBerry.
Yeah, if it has access to a full web browser, then there's no point in it being it's not a dumb phone. You can do
So the
anything.
dumb phone is coming
Mine
back.
had the trackball.
Oh yeah, mine did too.
Yeah. You know what does need to come back? It used to be a thing. There was one by my house when I was in Auburn Hills. I think off the Joslin exit. It was the carpool. Your show brought up this idea. The parking lot where everybody would meet at like 7 a.m. at the carpool parking lot, and then right off the exit of the highway.
That's not a thing anymore?
I don't think
that
anyone
one's still there, isn't it?
That one's still there.
Oh.
But
I've seen a few of them.
that's it. Like no one does that.
Yeah.
I think everyone's schedules is so, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or like you work from home Thursday and your
they don't.
coworker. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's harder.
Like that was never. I think we used to carpool when I went to Wayne State when I was a kid. So there was like 4 of us that lived in like 586. So we'd like, one person, we'd all meet up at like the diner or something and then all drive down together. Just because I think parking, because we're poor college kids, you know what I mean? Parking was $2. We couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what else is going on? I wanted to ask a few more things before we cut you loose.
Well, podcast aside, we're gearing up for our big Apex show. I don't know if you're familiar with SEMA that goes on in Las Vegas. It's like basically the world's biggest automotive show. But it's like the SEMA side is all like the cool like lights in the car and the bling. Where the Apex show, which is the one we
like a manufacturing.
No, it's car parts. So like all the
okay.
Some enthusiasts, but also like distributors will go, and the manufacturers are doing their big booths and everything like that, and it's humongous. And then on the same week, we co-host a show called Apex,
Okay.
and that's for all of our members and beyond that exhibit all of their products and things, and thousands and thousands and thousands of people in Vegas all at once in November.
Brutal.
It's
Awful.
love it.
Do you?
But yeah, it
Where
just
is
feels
it?
like it's all my friends.
Oh.
It's in Vegas.
No. Which?
Well, Venetian is like the hotel
Okay,
that's
okay.
attached to. It's at the Sands Expo.
Right.
Yeah.
We have to go to one that's at I think it's Red Rock Casino.
Okay.
It looks like it's off the strip,
Okay.
which is probably a good thing.
You don't like the Strip?
No.
No.
I'm not a Vegas.
You know, when I go, I never leave.
Too many
Venetian.
tourists.
Yeah.
I don't like to travel to like restaurants and things.
If I
just
go,
like to be
I want to
alone.
go. I need to go to all the really old divey
Okay.
old restaurants, the ones that like from the 50s.
By like the Golden Nugget area.
Yeah. So that's where last time we went. I had a ball because we went to Frankie's Tiki Room. We went to Hogs and Heifers, which was like the old biker bar, like Coyote Ugly.
Okay.
Found a couple other divies. We went to in some basement, some old school Italian place where everybody was in tuxedo. All the waiters were in tuxedos and had an
fun.
accent. That's to me. That's what I like. I don't like the celebrity chef crap.
Okay.
I don't gamble either, so
Yeah, me either.
good thing.
Yeah.
That's the apps. That's another thing. We should have a show about that.
What's that?
We should bring was it Brad Mitchell back? I went to the gambling apps. It's an epidemic right now.
Ugh. I have no interest.
After that story that I heard about the one person that racked up all that. Like, are you kidding me? Like they could do that?
It's not real money until, they come calling asking for their money or
$50,000 in Willy Wonka slot machine.
Wow.
This person knew someone that she was dating this guy that,
Wow.
right?
That's
Like, oh my God. It's yeah. And then betting on Kalshi, we got to have a show on that too. Right? Betting. Like World Cup money, there was like $1 billion on that game. Like what? What are we doing?
yeah.
you bet on sports?
No.
Just not a bet.
If I will run, if the Lions are in the playoffs, I'll do like a $20 parlay on FanDuel.
Okay.
Just like these 4 players are going to
What
get
can you win with $20? Can you win more than $20?
$40-$80, something like that. It's
Okay.
not.
Okay. More fun.
Listen, I put $20 in the jukebox at the dive bar to
Yeah.
play crappy 80s music. So like to me that, you know what I mean? That's like once I'm like 100 and then I'm like, nope, I'm not.
Yeah.
I bet $20 on the McGregor fight that he'd lose in the first round and that won like 180.
Mm.
You know, then I'll play a couple dump bets and I'll pull out $100. You know what I mean? That's how I've never played cards, any of that stuff. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done it just to play a few times, but I don't have any expectation to win.
Yeah.
I look at it more like it's a cost to play a game. 'Cause
Right. That's the thing.
I don't win anything back.
I'm going to I said I win at the ATM machine, I lose at the bar. Like that was that's my Vegas experience. Jackie, I can't thank you enough for coming down here to the studio in person. This is great. I know it's a total hike. But we can find you at Auto Care Network. There's 4 different podcasts, your carpool conversations,
Yep. Auto Care on Air.
Auto Care on Air. We'll post everything in post notes. But Jackie Lutz, thank you again and good to see you in person finally.
Thank you so much, guys. This was fun.
Good. We're going to wrap things up for this episode of the IT and the D Show on behalf of Bob and Randy. Do us all a favor. Drink your drinks. Get your phone numbers. You don't got to go home. You just got to get the hell out of here. See you next week. Drive careful. Beat it.